Hi, my name is Dr. John Martin, and I'm going to go over 8 core exercises for runners. Now, by core, I mean muscles on the front, sides, and back of the lower torso. These are really important for distance runners. When you run long distances, it really drives the core muscles, and unless you have them relatively strong, they're going to kind of fatigue by the end of your race, and it's going to make it that much tougher. So if you repeat these, I can guarantee you, a better performance. So our first exercise is a very common one. Most people know this one. It's a plank. So we're going to get down in almost a push-up position. There's 2 ways you can do this. You can do it on your forearms, or you can do it in a position like this. And what you want to do is try to keep your body parallel to the ground. Now, as you get stronger, you can add some variations, which make it a little more difficult. First one you may want to add is lifting up a foot. We can lift these up for maybe 5-second intervals and switch. We could lift up an arm, again, 5-second intervals and switch. Or, as we get to our strongest level, we can lift opposite arm and opposite leg. So for these planks, you want to try to get to a point where you can hold them for about 1 minute at a time. Our next exercise is back extensions. This really is a great exercise to strengthen muscles of the upper and lower back. So we're going to get like in this Superman position, hands straight out in front of us. Try to keep the elbows extended as best as possible. And we're going to lift up arms and legs. Again, we want to get to a point where you hold this for at least a minute. You could start off, if you're not strong in these areas, at about 15 seconds per time. Now, again, we can add variations to this one too to increase strength. What we could do is we could do what you call a breaststroke. Bring our upper body up, bring those elbows back. Or another movement activity could be just lifting up and down, working those extensors off and on. So these exercises, the plank and the back extension, we want to build up to about 1 minute per time. So you could do maybe 3 sets of 1 minute to build up a lot of strength. Our next one, again, is for lower torso. This is one that will get the anterior muscles in the abs and also some of the oblique muscles for twisting. It's called a bicycle, and what we're going to do is we're going to go opposite elbow to knee. We're going to extend the opposite leg, and we're just going to try to repeat going from side to side. You don't have to really lift up into a crunch. It's more of just a turn in the upper body. And as long as you get that twist, you're going to get these oblique muscles. Our next exercise is what I call a double crunch. All right? We're going to do a regular crunch, but we're also going to bring our knees up as we bring our upper body up. So we're going to be in this position, knees bent. We're going to bring them up together, and then everything goes down together. And what I like to do is I like to tap my toes so that I get a good stretch of the lower abdominals as I go down. So it's just repeat. You can do sets of 10 or 15 repetitions in 3 sets would be good for most. Our next exercise is single leg raises. So what we're going to do is we're going to be laying on our back. Now what I want most people to do is I want them to put their hands under their back. For many of us, especially office workers, our low backs get weak. What we're going to do is we're going to lift the leg and we're going to alternate, okay? Some might find this difficult at first, so if you want to ground that opposite foot and repeat, that's fine. But at some point you want to get to a level where you can keep them both in the air and do your repetitions. Again, 10 repetitions, 3 sets. Our next one is maybe a little bit easier. Again, hands under the back to protect the low back. And we're just going to do double leg raises. So we're going to bring both feet up at the same time. And if you want to add a little difficulty, you can do a split at the bottom and then repeat. Again, 3 sets of 10 would be perfect. Our next exercise is a torso twist, or some people call it a Russian twist. This is really going to get the obliques. A lot of us are weak in the twisting motion. So to start out, you can ground your feet, keep your knees bent, and we're going to do a full twist. I don't want you just moving the arms. You have to turn the whole body, and we're going to go back and forth. You could go maybe 10 repetitions in each direction, even 15 repetitions in each direction. And then as you get stronger, you can lift the feet off the ground, balance, and repeat. And then our last one is probably the most difficult one to kind of figure out. So I'm going to take you through the 3 stages of this one. Again, it gets the obliques. Again, very weak area in most of us. So we can put our arms straight perpendicular to our body. We're going to put our hand behind our head, And the first part of the motion is coming up onto the elbow. So this is something you're going to repeat back and forth, okay? That's the first part of the motion. The next one is, now as you come up, you're going to bring this upper knee up. So we're going to bring our elbow to our knee. Okay, remember to bring your upper body back down. So everything up, everything down. So that could be a way most of you start out if you're newer to this core work. But as you get stronger, then what you want to do is bring both legs up. Okay? And then at some point, never even let the feet touch the ground again. So as you can see, the feet are extended off the ground. And then our fourth possibility, once you get really strong, is you don't even bend the knees, you keep them up straight. Again, this is a powerful exercise for the oblique muscles, the muscles on the side of the body. And if you can repeat these 2 to 3 times a week, you'll be gold.